Good morning. Welcome to Great Transition Strategies Monday Morning Standup. 5 minutes to help you get your week off to a great start and potentially give you something to help make you a more effective leader. Today's topic, your leadership journey. I'm an executive coach, and in that role, I work with high performers all the time to help them build their self-awareness, to understand who they are, how they lead, so they can be more effective and love what they do. Your leadership journey. Last week, we talked about what got you here is not going to get you there. So this is about taking a look back and seeing, okay, what got me here? And no kidding, looking at over a long period of time. So as we do this exercise, I want you to think about two overarching questions. Number one, how has your leadership adapted over time? How has it changed from the time you started to where you are now? And how has the context of leadership as a whole, how has the context of leadership changed from the time you started your career to where you are today? Because it has definitely changed. Just think of the past year. All right, your leadership journey. I want you to draw a timeline out, and you can think about doing this on a journal. Some folks will do this, write things down, timeline, spend all kinds of time to document this. All right, so timeline. On the left, your first professional position and the leadership role you had. On the right, the position you're in today. So in that first position, what position did you have? What was your leadership role? So I want you to answer 3 questions. Number 1 question, how did I get there? Next question, how did I lead? Number 3, how effective was I? So some folks, when they do this, they draw pictures. They make icons. I've seen someone do this on a PowerPoint graph where they put together and they have these little icons about their leadership that cover these areas. How did you get there? Were you selected to get there? Did you fall out of a tree and get there? Were you on the merry-go-round and you were the first one to get thrown off? That's how you get that position. How did you get there? Understand how you got to that position. Number 2, how did you lead? Were you a command and control, direct, do this, or consensus builder, team, leadership by example? Or did you just keep your head down and try to be a subject matter expert and hope that people would follow you? How did you lead? Understand how you led. Last, how effective were you? And when you write how effective, not just, oh, good, great, how effective were you and how you measured yourself? What's the criteria to say that you were effective? So write those things down. So you probably want some bullets there on each of those and maybe a picture to go along with. That's a metaphor of how you led at that particular time. Okay, next position, same thing. Same three items. How'd you get there? How'd you lead? How effective were you? Do that over a series of time, all the way to where you got to where you are today. Okay, so where does this come from? I use this drill when I work with teams. I call it the history of us. A team comes together. I want them to understand what got them to the place where they are today, to show these are my experiences. Here's my background. Here's my foundation. So that gives me good direction on where I need to go. Because this is all about coaching, about behavior change, about moving you forward. So this is the introduction to a video short series I'm going to do. It's a short course on my YouTube channel where I'm going to have a series of 5 or 6 videos to help you work through this process, your leadership journey. So first, it's going to be built around you, your journey. Where are we going to go next with this? We're going to talk about your subordinates. Those that you've led. We're going to talk about them and their impact on you. We're going to talk about your bosses, those that were leading you and their impact on you, the organization, and the leadership context as a whole, because leadership has changed over time. Some folks, it's interesting when you do this, will put a dotted line back behind them and go back before they started professionally. They might go back to their college years, maybe even their high school years, some leadership roles. But now what's really important is a dotted line moving forward. How are you going to use this moving forward? So this is about you, your leadership. What got you here won't get you there, but you need to understand what got you here and how that's going to inform you to move forward. So this is to help you be more effective as a leader. Tune in my YouTube channel. You see a video each week for the next 5 or 6 weeks. Thanks for listening. Have a great week. See you next Monday morning, 8:30.